Dinner. Delicious news delivered.
Hello, everybody. This is Mike with NewsDinner.com. I'd like to welcome you to the channel that we feature and showcase delicious news that's fed to you, and we're going to get right to it. Senator Bernie Sanders, he wants to propose a Medicare for all type of thing, and he would like every American to receive $2,000 a month in support until the crisis is resolved. Now, with Trump echoing that this could take 18 months, this is fascinating to me. I think it's the right thing to do, and I think it would help people in one of our nation's most troubling times imaginable, especially to date. This is unprecedented. Everything's closing. Everything is challenged. Unemployment at 20%, and the bailouts are definitely necessary, but this is unprecedented. In other news, the stock market, it continues to be a Nirvana song, going up and down in mood like it's nothing. 3,000 point jump here, 2,000 point jump there, declining, increasing. What the hell is going on? Taking a break from the serious, Tom Brady has decided to exit the dynasty, the New England Patriots. Belichick, apparently there seems to be some kind of a situation. I'm not sure of the details, but it looks like Tom wanted some kind of control, and looks like he'll have some influence with the Buccaneers. It looks like the front runner from multiple news sources. Tom, I guess, is happy with influence and is looking forward to, and I don't blame him, looking forward to, having his say on what things are happening in the team he has around him. And it looks like all good things come to an end eventually. Looks like Joe Biden sweeps multiple states and takes a commanding lead. It's going to be interesting to see the Biden-Trump match-off, if that indeed is what happens. Or can Sanders worm his way back in? We're not sure, but it's going to be an interesting showdown on the political scene in the future, in weeks and months to come. The slugfest of coronavirus, of the market collapses, and the unemployment rate, and just about every single finger-pointing subject you could think of are going to become front and center. In poker news, Doug Polk, the sensational and amazing star in the poker world from his popular channel, has decided to hang up the gloves and take on more of a mainstream platform. Personally, I'm a big fan of Doug, and I wish him the best. And anytime, Dougie, you want to come on to News Dinner and cut the rug, well, come on along. In news on Michigan, everybody is in lockdown. Everybody on the entire planet is seemingly on lockdown. So I'm reporting to you right now that stores, everything is empty, and it looks like the only way that you have a chance to get anything, this is from insider information, is in the morning. Yep, that's right, because the issue at hand is there's not enough semi-trucks to go around. The distribution of it's simple. There can only be so many trucks, and it sort of mimics the doctor situation that could occur because people that transmit the coronavirus, they just don't know they have it. Some of the more mild cases may mimic colds, but then if somebody gets it who has a high risk level and their health is undermined, may easily catch it and become problematic. So Italy, in the news, has decided to graduate tens of thousands of doctors and say, hey, we need you right now. And I think this is an applaudable, amazing moment. And in the news of Trump was saying, we've got all kinds of buildings we don't use, and we could do MASH type, hospitals to address certain levels of people who are sick. And I think this is just amazing. And it's amazing to see the Walmart CEO offering the parking lots, to see the Amazon leader Jeff Bezos, to him offering his assistance and how to get everything streamlined and to work with the Trump staff. And I applaud them big time. And I just think This is what the world needs. We got Mark Cuban, offering special tasks for his employees, and not turning his back. And other sports teams are following suit. America, the world, we need each other now. If billions of people get this, hundreds of millions of people could die. So we need to get together and definitely work as one. In legal news, fascinating situation has arisen. The Hanover Township Police Department mentioned that Leah Piazza allegedly wouldn't stop breathing on police officers. And this is amazing because is this attempted murder? This is a pandemic. And I know you're going to probably say, wow, this is extreme. But if the police officers do, in fact, get the coronavirus and it becomes problematic and one of them dies, a 28-year-old woman being belligerent, just because you're from New Jersey and you got some swagger and you're upset and you're intoxicated, you can't, if you have AIDS, spit on somebody or throw blood at them or cough. And this is fascinating. It's unprecedented, really. And I wonder what's going to happen in the legal circles. Now the police can't even do, their job without worrying about contracting the coronavirus. It's fascinating. And, personally speaking, this is my own opinion, but I think that the areas with the most coronavirus, that things should be completely sectioned off, and they should round up people and offer a bracelet that shows that you're corona-free, and they should test everybody and get everybody from, to stop it from spreading. Because if you look at a lot of the provinces in China, they've got 60, 70, 80 million people, and it's very easy to transmit it. But on top of it, it looks like it's a big, giant circle of hundreds of thousands of people, or thousands of people, or 50,000, or whatever the numbers are, or whatever they're going to become, of just it being centralized. So it would be amazing to have a system that's clear and identifiable and is tracked to a website, and everybody is tested and they know where they stand. And I think something has to be drastically done with containment. I know that President Trump definitely said in his speech and multiple speeches that he's not in favor of sectioning off the United States, and I personally disagree with the areas that are hardest hit to contain, test, treat, and deny the access. This went from a virus in China to a pandemic, to a contagion. And this is where I'm going to do my rant. This is, of course, News Dinner. Please subscribe to us on YouTube. Please go to our website and allow us to feed you the news. Sign up for our news feeds and become a part. And we would love to find out more about you and your life and what's happening with you, what's going on with the lockdown, what's happening. Because, scientists and all the experts, what's frustrating for me is there's been experts who predicted clearly, 100%. Michael Osterholm, who was on the Joe Rogan Experience, he is a fascinating expert on viruses. Osterholm is a internationally recognized infectious disease epidemiology, and he is professor of University of Minnesota, author of his book Deadliest Enemy in Our War Against Deadly Germs. And I want to say I listened to every single minute that this man talked. I have looked at every video, and he was saying we need particular masks, ventilation, we need alignment, we need to be prepared, that something from China could come out and absolutely become a pandemic, and that's exactly what happened. And I'm just sad that whatever powers may be came in and just said, we thank you for the information, but pound sand, and it's insanity on a level that I can't imagine. The lives that are going to be lost because this genius, this expert, was denied the proper channel and ears to be listened to. What he said was basically what's happening, and if you really, really think about it, it is, and I hate to say this, and I hope it's not true, but unfortunately, it's a precursor to what could possibly happen. I mean, pandemics that come from things like bats that should unfortunately, in traditions in China, there's different soups they make, different foods, different things that people look for and want for, and America only being hundreds of years along, we are it's unfortunate because now these viruses are going to morph, they're going to change, and can you think of anything scarier than you're out and about and something from the wind kicks up something, or you're in a building and there's just something attaches to something, it's floating, you catch it, now you have, maybe you didn't know that you had a horrible immune system, but now you're fighting for your life from complications, or your body is overreacting and overfighting this horrible coronavirus. It's absolutely fascinating and horrific in a way, and it mimics the most wildest 10 years ago, all these movies, Contagion and all this stuff, and all these Hollywood fantasies of what could happen seemed so ridiculous. You're in your movie seat, you're eating your popcorn, you're drinking your pop, you're eating a candy, right? And I've seen people playing casino machines and stuffing popcorn right in their face, eating a pizza. I mean, people just didn't care about the flu. The flu kills 600,000 people a year, but when a billion people get, if they do spread it, and a billion people get it with a 3% mortality rate or 2% or whatever, it is simply unacceptable. But 10 years ago, there's no way in hell that I thought this was possible. And I'm sure nobody did. If somebody went up to you and said, 10 years from now, millions, hundreds of millions of people are going to die from some virus that's created in China, I would look at you like you need medicine. You're crazy. So could this get worse? You bet. It's horrible to imagine, but these viruses and these germs and people living in such close quarters with millions, 40, 50, 80 million people, all in tight quarters. Wow. So, you know what? This is my rant, and I definitely thank you for listening. This is Mike with newsdinner.com. And again, if you like what we have here, please subscribe. Please become a part of the daily feed. It's a News Dinner. And definitely check out our website at newsdinner.com. Thank you for listening, and the News Dinner is delicious news delivered directly to your dinner table for you and your family. And if you're out there and you're at your house and you're locked down, and I encourage you to take a walk, listen to a vinyl record, have a glass of wine, go to newsdinner.com, check out the articles, play a board game, make the best of this downtime, and wash your hands often, and try to observe best practices. And this is my own opinion, I'm not a doctor, but I would strongly suggest that you take more vitamins than normal. All the health experts, if you type in Corona and health experts, they'll advise you on multiple different types of vitamins you'll need. And some of the experts are saying stay away from sugar, that the sugar can exasperate and slow down an immune system, and 70% of your immune system is in your gut. So obviously, look out for being hydrated, and try to increase the healthy bugs that you have in your stomach. And but anyways, I can go off on a tangent here. They're gonna have some more news later on in the day. Be safe, love everybody that tell them you love them, and support the elderly and anyone else that you have. Practice safe distancing. And this is Mike with newsdinner.com. Thank you. Bye-bye.
News Dinner. Delicious news delivered.